It is I, your main man Underwood, flowing over your mind from the estuary of essential RPG experience. That's right. I'm going to be doing a video request from OL Sin 182, or maybe that's supposed to be Original Sin 182. It doesn't matter. What matters is you know what your name means, and your main man knows what your question is. That's right. While I rock the Grizzly Adams beard in a place that someday we will all roam, I'm going to be addressing his questions. He's talking about player absence, how to handle player absence, both with the player physically not being there, not showing up, and the character still being there while the player isn't there to control it. First and foremost, understand your players. How do they play their characters? How is the character played? And develop a mental model, a map inside your mind for exploiting that character. Play their character while they're not there, but don't play them a lot. And I'll get to that in a minute. But let me share a little anecdote with you. In high school, I ran a Ravenloft game. It lasted for 4.5 years. I started it the summer between my junior and senior year of high school. I had grown-ass men. I'm 16, 17 years old. I think it was 16 when I started the game. At 17, close to 17. Grown-ass men were showing up. I had one player, but I'm 16. I bet he was 29 years old. Ken Jones, the oldest guy in the group. Like I said, gosh, I think it was like maybe one person younger than me in the group. It was older players. I never enjoyed younger players, really. And now at this point, you know, you have like a 25 or 28-year-old or something. That's fine. But, you know, at 16, a 15-year-old, even 16 to 17, other teenagers really weren't going to get with the style that I was at even at that point. So, the 29-year-old guy there, one session, he shows up late. No problem. He shows up late, always bringing in this damn Mountain Dew. This guy was drinking Mountain Dew all the damn time. He looked just like anyone that knows the 80s WWF, and I wasn't lazy. And we all know I'm lazy if I'm one thing. But if I wasn't lazy, I'd just slice in a picture. He looked just like Paul Orndorff. He's a guy who was good shape. He was the Army. He looked like 80s WWF and WCW wrestler, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Now, Ken came to the game one time, and he had all these ideas for his character. He was late, and he said, "Oh, my character," and they said, "Oh, we've done this and this and this," and he goes, "Oh, well, my character would have done this. Oh, my character would have done this. Oh, my character would have done this. Oh, my character would have done this." And it was 4 things in a row right off the bat. And as he finished, and he was even more animated than I am right now. He couldn't believe, his character didn't get to do this, and there were way too many people in the Ravenloft game at times. People were trying to get their friends in like it was a hot nightclub, trying to slip by the bouncer. You understand? Everybody stark silence for a moment as he's looking around all like freaked out and frantic. It was quite funny. Everybody goes from that moment of silence to roaring laughter. Everyone's looking at him. Everyone's laughing at him. I'm sitting there. I'm smiling because he named off 1. He named off 2. He named off 3. He named off 4 different things that he wanted his character to do and how he wanted to do and the way he said them. And number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4 were done by me playing his character as he said he would like to do. Not only the action, but the exact form, the texture, the tone, the way he role-played them. Where I had him say exactly, not close, not paraphrased, but verbatim, word by word, every single thing on every single point he just brought up, and the players couldn't believe it. They said, "Man, you don't even need us." Like 3 of my players said, "You don't even need us. You could sit down and role-play all our characters." And I said, "Well, I can, but it's more entertaining for me if you're watching." How about that, jabroni? So, so he's sitting there, then he goes, "Oh," and he sits his ass, and he kind of like looking on, and again, this guy, I don't know, 15 years old, but I say, "Sit your ass down. Ken, get here. Like, sit your ass down in the chair." And I probably said it even more forcefully and crudely and rudely than that, because let's face it, this is just me. So he sits his ass down in the chair, and he's like, now trying to like listen and get real caught up so he can get involved again. But right there to tell you, I knew exactly, not close, but exactly how his character would react. I knew exactly, and I've done that over and over again. That's the most funny story of the group, but over and over again with people, and I'll role play their character all, I go big stack after the, getting the letter ready. What'd you say, boy? And I'll sit there, I'll role play the character with the other party members and so forth if I need to. But well, let me tackle the player not being there. First and foremost, if you have a player not being there, he's fucking up your game. He's fucking up the fun of other people. He's fucking your shit up. Do not ever reward him in any way. Don't give him shit. Don't, his character may end up having to get stuff just because in reality, his character's still there. He might be like, well, I deserve some of that gold bullion. I deserve some of those magic items. You know, you got to let them all handle that in character. It should be handled in character. It shouldn't be, oh, you weren't there, so you don't get stuff. But it shouldn't get any experience points. None. And some people giving them experience points. Either you're facilitating your players not being there. Experience points should be used for only one thing. Encourage people to play the way you want them to play. That's what experience points do. So that's how they should be used. If you want your people not to show up, yeah, keep giving them experience points. You put pressure on them. You use that good old-fashioned peer pressure, and they're going to get there. The players know I will advance without them. My goal is I will play and run anytime I can. If you can't make it, that's you. You're not going to get experience points. You're not going to get factored in. And more importantly for your character, you're not getting cool stuff. I'm not going, oh, man, your character did this cool. That's a horrible thing to show the players. They go, oh, well, my character did something. Because it doesn't matter to them. They don't really care. They're kind of happy. But the other players, they fucking get mad, man. They're like, this cool thing got to happen and I didn't get to do it. I've been here. I'm right here. Why can't I do the cool thing? Why does an NPC who is not enjoying that get to do it? No, fuck that. I want to do the cool thing. You're not here. For me, you don't do cool things. In combat, you get beat like an extra. I will viciously beat your character down. He'll go out. And again. You want to waste your hero spells on him? He's going unconscious. I'm not going to kill someone's character usually. It's happened a few times. If you're not there. But I will viciously beat you up because I don't want to be taxed with handling you in combat. And I certainly don't want to hand you to someone else so they can look and, oh, this is what your strength score is. These are all your abilities. Now they're intimate with your character in a way they should not be, and I don't like that. It damages. It's a crack in the line of immersion, and I don't approve of that. So I'll handle it, but I'm going to get you beat down. It basically, think about it like this. It was just the episode where your character got the shit beat out of him. I got treated like a bitch. You know, if you want cool lines, show up and deliver them. If you want to get pushed in the background like a red shirt security guard, you know, from Star Trek, that could be arranged as well. Do not reward people for anything other than playing in the way that you want them to play. That's what you as a game master should do. And I know that might sound harsh. People are like, hey, hit the dislike button there, you dickhole. And okay, maybe, fair enough. But it gets results, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to coddle you and tell you your shit's awesome when it's butt. I'm not here to make you feel warm and fuzzy. I'm here to get your fucking game up. I'm here to get it up to a next level, to get it higher as a game master, as a player. That's why I do this. I do this for free, and I do this to get people to think, what can I do? I am the challenge, you understand, to get you to think, what can you do? What can I do better? How can I make my game better than it was before? That's what I want, because I love my hobby, and the best thing I could do for it, that you could do for it, any of us could do for it, is push and make ourselves better players, better game masters, better ambassadors of the hobby, and bring it up to another level. So, putting that little diatribe aside for a minute, think about it. When you have those cool moments, and maybe what the other character's going to get it, it's like, well, I guess your character gets to have their cool spot instead. Spotlighting, cool moments, interesting role-playing avenues and chances, all those things are great rewards. And those are the kind of great rewards that once you have a realistically sculpted game, that's what your players want. They don't want magic items and treasure. They don't want that anymore. They want the spotlight. They want the cool. And if they're not there, you know, you shouldn't give it to them. Now, you might be able to, they might get there early the next week and you go, oh, well, your character's sidebar over here was doing this. You know, you can write characters out at some points, but that can come back and be a real problem, because you'd be like, oh, I wrote you out here in this town, but now they're down at the Roaring. Oh, I guess you happen to wander up there. Like, oh, what? Why? Why would you do that? This doesn't make any sense. Don't whore your game for the fact that a player wasn't there. But the other time, you know, I usually just keep their character with them, and in the combats, beat them down quickly. I let the other players have the cool factors. They might still get some of that treasure. I mean, they probably will, but they're not going to get the experience points. That's how I handle them. I suggest not killing people's characters, because, you know, they don't like that. But, you know, you don't have to always count the exact number. Like, okay, well, he actually is at -1. He's at -11 instead of -10, so he's dead now. But, you know, just let him be unconscious. Well, why not? And, you know, just give him another beating if they try to heal him. There's no reason that you can't do that. No reason that you can't focus more on the other players. Reward them for being there. You know, you don't want to reward people for behavior that is damaging to your game overall. It might sound harsh, but I will guarantee you, your other players are going to respect you for it. They're going to appreciate the fact that they were there, so they're the ones getting the experience points. That they were there, so they're the ones getting the cool factor. And your players will not be happy if they are there and all of a sudden, oh, well, we got to watch your character do this, and everything, man. it's like running a God NPC with the party and just handling everything. You're like, oh, we weren't trying to see that. We were trying to go over, not just watch somebody who weren't even there. What's the point of that, you know? It doesn't make any sense. So, overall, 01 Sin 182, that is how I handle players when they're not there. You guys let me know what you think about my comments here, what you think, how you like to handle players, and, you know, we'll keep it talking in the comment section down below. So there you go.